You gotta walk tall.
What's up, everyone? It's Trish with All Country News. Today, we have a very special guest that I'm so lucky to be interviewing, Miss Ginger Minj. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here at All Country News today.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I love being had.
So first of all, congratulations on the release of your first country album, Double Wide Diva. How are you feeling that this part of you is now out in the world?
I feel like I've given birth, and I know that like it's such a weird thing to say, but these are stories that I've been sitting on my entire life. You know, this is the things that made me me. And I said my whole life, you know, if you can't say it, sing it. And I just didn't quite know, you know, what music to put it against. And it just hit me. I was like, you know, country music is what you grew up with. Country is all about telling your story and telling the truth. And it's just it's a perfect fit. So I'm really excited that the world gets to hear my story in such a beautiful way.
So, you know, like you said, Drag Race and country can be very different audiences, but I love that you bring the two together. What has your experience been like entering the country music scene as a drag queen? And on the other side, like, how have your fans been reacting to your new music?
Well, I think the important thing to remember is that no matter what you do, if you do it with integrity and authenticity, people are going to be drawn to that. This is my real story. It's not a drag queen's take on country music or drag filtered through country or anything like that. This is honest to goodness country music. It's something that is deep in my heart and in my veins. I was a little nervous to put it out there into the world, but the response from both sides has been so overwhelming. Everybody listened to Walk Tall and they went, oh my gosh, I've been there. Even the people that are like, I have never liked country music or I have never liked drag are listening to that song and going, well, this is kind of my story. You know, this is it kind of, this would have given me the courage to kind of push forward a little and break through a little bit sooner than I had the nerve to do on my own.
Do you remember what your first memory was of country music?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I've told this story before. You know, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents when I was growing up because my parents didn't have the best marriage. It didn't end well when it finally ended, but it was probably like everybody in the family knew it's probably for the best. So I spent a lot of time at my grandparents, and every Sunday I would be woken up to the smell of grits and bacon and pancakes. And my grandmother had this compilation record that she would put on. It was like all women of country. So it was like Dolly Parton singing Because I'm a Woman, and Loretta Lynn was on there, and Tanya Tucker, like all of the legends were on this album. And I would wake up every Sunday morning smelling that food and just lip syncing in my bed, just because I'm a woman. And like that really stuck with me. When I did the movie Dumpling on Netflix, I was originally supposed to perform Backwoods Barbie. And they came to me literally like an hour before we were supposed to film that scene and said, hey, we couldn't get clearance for that, but we got clearance for this song. We know you probably don't know it. Nobody knows this song, but try to learn it as quickly as you can. And I popped the earbuds in, and it was Because I'm a Woman. And I said, I know this. I know every breath of this song. You don't have to worry about me because I grew up with this. This was my Dolly Parton song. So it was just kind of like one of those kismet kind of moments. Yeah. When they brought that to me, and it was so nice to be able to have my grandmother see that movie before she passed away, because it was a really special moment between the two of us.
You are always up to a new project. I got to ask you, what's coming next for you?
So we're going to film a whole special based around the country album, where I'm going to tell more stories about my life, kind of tell the stories that really go into the songs. We're going to sing it with live band out in the mountains and the smoking. It's going to be so much fun, so pretty. And we're going to include, of course, my family and all the people that kind of shaped my journey. They're going to be a part of that as well. I've got a book coming out, it's my life story, but it's also a cookbook, because what I've learned traveling around the world is that the one thing that connects us all, even more so than music, is food.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the stories and the that I've collected over the years, over my 37 years here on Earth. I'm going to share those with the world and kind of like how they made me into me. I've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Honestly, the easiest thing to do is just follow me on social media. Go to gingerminjonline.com. Don't go to gingerminj.com. That's a filthy website and it is not mine. But gingerminjonline.com has the links to all my socials, and kind of we always update it with whatever's coming next. I've got a couple of world tours coming up, good stuff. It's a good time to be me, and I'm very excited for it.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I am so lucky to be interviewing you. So we are so excited to see that special when it comes out. And everyone, go ahead and listen to Ginger Minj's new album.
Yeah, please listen to it. Share it. If you hate it, send it to your enemies. If you love it, send it to your friends. Any of it. You gotta walk tall. Walk tall.